The mastermind today is a mastermind session is a lot about thinking. We're going to be fuming up there, but we're going to be beating very strongly up here because it's about aligning what you feel is right with what you think is right. And that is not always compatible, right? Sometimes we think something and then the heart is like, yeah. And sometimes the heart is like, oh yeah. And then your mind is like, are you really sure about that? And the idea is really that we find a way to interact with each other and interact with the content I'm sharing with you so that your soul and your mind are remarkably aligned. It doesn't always happen, but that's the aim that we're going for, because my goal is really for whoever is working with us in the inner circle that you can be as free and as authentic as possible with who you are. Now, today is all about designing your Pilates life. It's about designing your practice further, designing your path further, but also designing it under your own terms. Quality questions are questions that are kind of itching you. You're like, oh, I don't know. Well, you will have to go through those uncomfortable questions and be very honest with yourself. That's why the growth work that we do in the workbook, you do it with yourself in the best possible way. So quality questions are often uncomfortable questions. And the answers might come very easily because you're ready. It's been prepared inside of you unconsciously to just pop out of you. Or you're going to have to dig very deep in your unconscious to pull the answer out and to be able to make something of that. And it's about learning. The focus is on learning, not on fixing. We're not here to fix problems. There is no such thing, for me at least in my mindset, than problems. There is only opportunity. Every problem, every that you are encountering is a opportunity. So every problem is an opportunity, and we're going to spend in every interaction you have with me 95% of the time on the solution and only 5% of the time of the problem. An issue arises, we look for a way, we find a way, or we make a way. And that's the beauty of being a group. As a group, and that's beautiful when we do the coaching sessions, the sessions are always on the Sunday, which are shorter, we really have the possibility to fully interact with each other and help each other because we learn from one another. I was so stuck on trying to find the next new teachers who are maybe interested in joining us, that at the same time our focus shifted away from what we've had. And at one point I said to the team, you know what? All we can do is open up the doors. Let people come, because you need to test it. I mean, are you going to buy a car just because it's on the catalog and it looks very pretty and it's a lot of money? No, you're going to put into that car, you're going to drive it, and then you're going to see what plans or payment plans or possibilities are open to you. And maybe you're like, you know what? Maybe it's not for me right now, but I know the feeling of it, and when the time is right, I will join. That's what happened to you. It's about being in the right time at the right place, but I give it a try. So I said, you know what? Open up. And people said to me, you're not going to give things for free. I said, oh yeah, I am. I'm just opening up my door. Come and test the car. Come and experience how it feels to drive in a cabriolet or to drive in a four-wheel drive, whatever it is that you want to drive or whatever experience you want to have. Our doors are open, and be there. Simply show up and see what happens. So my narrative from I need to find people who are helping me with this is I will have the people come to us if we simply open the doors. If I keep my doors shut and I want people to come but my doors are closed, how is that going to work energetically? So open the doors and just trust that the people will come in those time frames that we open it up, and the right person is already out there waiting for us to be in partnership and to be in communion together to make something happen. Now, the current approach was to looking for people to help. And now the narrative is very different. I'm now in a place where when I was looking for help, I was looking for experts who could help me with this. But experts come from a place in their brain, often. They know it's a very narrow thinking. And what I want to do is open up my doors. So experts are not going to tell me to open up my doors because they're going to tell me to narrow things down. And right now, it's not about narrowing things. It's about opening things up. So I came from a place of I need an expert who knows what they're doing because I needed certainty. I felt unsure about how to do this because I've never done it before. I've never done anything like this where I'm open to the world and I let people come in and let's see what happens. To a place where truthful and soulful help will come my way. If my door is open, things will come my way. To stop the to-do list. Who has a to-do list in their heads? I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do here. One of my best friends has a little book. It's a tiny book. She buys them really small, so she feels like it's not so much. She writes tiny, and it's a book where she can pull off the paper. And she has every day She wakes up in the morning, she writes down all the things she needs to do. And the list grows on the other page, and she keeps going with it every day. And then she crosses things off. And when she crosses things off, she pulls off the thing and she's done. And it's a ritual for her. But when I see her to-do list, I mean, I'm like, but she's a control freak, okay? It makes her feel certain, it makes her feel powerful. Fine. But hey, one what, as many whys as you can find, and 1 to 3 action steps. Stop. You just need one thing. One thing a month will move you forward. You want to do it once a week? We'll move faster. You want to become a lunatic and you want to become a Ferrari? Do it every day. So it's up to you. And it's not set in stone. Maybe 1 week you're doing more, maybe 1 month you're doing less. Don't get overwhelmed by the to-do list. But if you're creating a to-do list, if you want to work with the worksheet we're sending you every month, to set your intention, to anticipate for the month, you're at the beginning of the month, do it like that. So remember that skills are not fixed trades. They're a muscle, like everything else. You grow them through intention and through repetition, through action. That's why it's important that once you have the intention set, I want to work on my body awareness, I want to work on my holistic insights, I want to work on my personal insights, that you are starting to build those muscles. You keep the intent clear, you keep reminding yourself of that, and you keep repeating the actions. You keep coming back to it. It's the only way you will grow into this. So let's finish point 3 to move on to the final stage of the presentation, which is about the 3 things that end suffering. The first thing that ends anything that is suppressing you, underestimating you, making you feel like the story that you're telling yourself is so difficult and so hard, is that you need to learn to appreciate and enjoy yourself. Appreciate where you come from. Be grateful every day for what is and what you have experienced the day before. Find the good in it. Learn and grow. Learning and growing fills you up. It fills you literally, symbolically, energetically. And then live in a place of trust and faith while love, giving, and gratitude are basically the main energy of your day. So appreciate and enjoy, learn and grow, love, give, and gratitude are the qualities of the main state you want to live in day after day. The majority of your time, try to go there. And this is how you will live a life of spending 95% of your energy on finding solution and staying open. And you're not just building a business, you're designing a way of living that reflects your values, your strength, and your joy.